Welcome back to Tran Wins GreedFall.
Cotton! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
You don't appear to be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep?
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
I would like, if you would allow me the honor, to introduce Bishop Petrus, emissary of Ptolemy.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
Enchanted to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Ptolemy, and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
She has my most sincere thanks. But before speaking further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind.
I have been to the neighboring cities, as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered.
The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing, and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be the result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon, an evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats But I should let you finish, my daughter.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they are unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Ptolemy hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Ptolemy and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on her investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my daughter.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
It's not looking very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Magic is the miracle of the enlightened. This bears resemblance with the sorcery of the natives.
Not surprising, but not enough to help us locate precisely where the scholars are now.
I agree. This is the consequence of the tragic and disgusting practices of the bridge. Every native in their territory has revolted. We cannot know which particular clan is guilty.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They are not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite.
This globular root has a dense and firm texture. The smell that emerges from it is strong and vigorous. I have observed several animals consuming it without any noticeable effect. Hence, it is likely to be edible. The distillation in the laboratory should be more conclusive. Afra has decided to move her tent further away. She says that her constant cackling prevents her from focusing. This young woman is talented, but I understand why her master dismissed her. She has a bad temper. This species of bird is heavily represented in the valley. They have proven to be incredibly curious. They come so close to us that we could touch them. The natives must not hunt them, otherwise they'd be more prudent. And yet, their flesh is exquisite. It must be related to their beliefs. This naive people may consider them to be sacred.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt, we are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it. More blood. We are on the right path. Keep going.
It's funny to see Petrus just punch someone to death.
A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he has been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
He was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide dead children?
I lean towards Siora's point of view. The practices of these scholars, so-called seekers of knowledge, are barbaric. Teleme would offer you protection and support.
In exchange for our souls. I think we would prefer to go to war.
I have heard stories from the natives describing Bridger atrocities. If they are true, this violent attack, though tragic, would be justified.
This man was unarmed. And from the position of his body, I would say he was fleeing. It is not honor that motivates them. Maybe it was vengeance.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand. Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
It's like being a crow's nest. The view we have over the valley is an ideal observation point.
Isolated. Discreet. Perfect visibility. Great choice.
The view over the valley is magnificent, and makes it difficult for an enemy to approach without being seen.
This camp was set up to have a clear view of the surrounding area. Whoever was in charge was careful.
We set up a small camp in the hollow of the valley we wished to study. The flora in this place is incredibly luxuriant. This island is the only place where so many different species can be found next to one another. With so many varieties, we are bound to find an antidote to the Malachor. This plant, with its blue efflorescence and jagged leaves, is unlike any plant I have knowledge of. I will have to lead some experiments to determine if it contains active essences. It is a shame that we cannot exchange with the natives. They must know the properties of all these plants. But the soldiers warned us. They told us that we shouldn't trust the islanders. Apparently they're very aggressive in this region. Our arrival in the valley did not go unnoticed. I feel as if we're being observed, most likely by the islanders. I hope that they understand that we are not here to fight, but merely to catalog the flora. The impression of being observed is becoming increasingly ominous. We are very close, I can feel it. I'm afraid we should expect an attack. We have so few weapons, and my colleagues are barely capable of defending themselves. I am certain that we are being observed from the swamp. If they attack us, this is where they will most likely come from. I have tried to warn my companions to tell them to be more discreet, but they refuse to listen.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition. A certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
Let's hope she's still alive, as well as her colleagues, or our mission will be a short one.
A woman with sharp eyes. They might have saved her life.
These people of the bridge have either just hatched from eggs or are complete idiots. My people are at war. They do not spare an enemy under pretext that they are not wearing the clothing of soldiers.
All her science would have served her well. May the light have pity on their souls.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will surely lead us to the party of intrepid scholars.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Can I get there from this way?
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get closer.
So, with a scout's tunic, I mean, not that it really matters, but this symbol means that you are dressed like a native. However, these guys are considered hostile, not that it matters, because they will quickly decide to talk to you instead.
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the Lion Sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
So the natives won't confuse you for one of theirs, but this scene I think is ridiculous.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
De Sardet. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
Captain Vasco. Though I realize I am quite far from the sea.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own.
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh?
Kurt. Simply Kurt. I protect our excellency's back. And if one of your violent fits overcomes you, rescue party or not, I will kill you.
This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
Nah, I'm good, but let's go ahead.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars shout, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Now, even if you run ahead of her, she'll stop. You have to actually maintain proximity to Afra. But she will, after this unpleasant encounter, she's actually turned into a reasonable member of your team. Only one person can climb at a time. I think I gotta wait for my whole party. Maybe I should have let her go first. Here, and I warped her to the top by trying to climb. That's good, I don't actually have to wait for her. I'll take any speed advantage I can get.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin. I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed. It would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate.
It'd be faster for me to slaughter them all, but I want to see if I can actually sneak attack any of them. Wasn't really worth the jog all around the map as far as efficiency goes, but I did want to see if I could sneak up on them. And I just want to tag this exit.
Can't do that.
So that was the base. I'm gonna go around real quick and loot the area behind. There's a skill point that I want to claim.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Onol Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight.
He doesn't see a thing. So the eastern side of the camp is where you'd end up if you snuck through the wall. Which would have been a lot easier than what I just did.
Is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
And this path will lead you right to the crack in the wall.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Yeah, there's a fight up ahead, and I have snuck past them using a haze potion, but there is actually not much point to it. So we will confront these warriors. Idris? Where you at, bro? Whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm sure my group can, my little army can totally take these guys down.
Mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Are you really going to massacre these helpless men to answer the demands of those mischievous scientists?
Killing men that have surrendered does not sit well with me. But you are the master of this ship. It is your decision.
Very well. Leave, and I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words, Kwa awalam seg.
The default reputation is suspicious. I think that's a little bit too hostile sounding. This probably should be like guarded or reserved or something. I believe the game is made by French writers and programmers. I think it's just a translation issue.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true woman of science.
Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Lady Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Your Excellency. You are a providential woman.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that? Liamat radid nais yachtem?
Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag, remedy.
Surprising. But the Terna Hach is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.